Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. Today's a good day to change up my bug out bag, so that's what I'm doing. Taking out my winter items and putting in my spring and summer items. This is the bug out bag that I have. I have one for each member of my family. Let's go take a look at the contents of it. Well, these are the bags. I actually use two bags. The green bag will fit inside my main ruck. Both of them are subdued colors. They will blend in easily in the woods. I don't want to stand out and use a red or an orange, but I definitely do not want to go with a camouflage or something that will stick out if I'm in the city. These two bags will definitely blend in with everyday life, so that's what I'm using. Now if you live in Alaska or somewhere where camouflage is accepted, then you can go with those colors and you won't be out of place. So these are the bags I've gone with. The reason I've gone with two bags is that if I'm with someone and for any reason we have to leave each other, be it with my wife or my kids, that way I can take the contents of my bug out bag, divide it, put it in the green backpack, and then if we do split up, we each have survival gear. If I didn't have that green bag, it would be hard for them to take gear with them, be it in their pocket or some other way of carrying it would be very uncomfortable. So think about having a bag inside a bag, so if you have to split up with a loved one for any reason, at least they can have some quality bag to carry some survival supplies in. The first thing I have is water. Water is the key. I've gone with the Sweetwater Guardian pump, and I've had this pump for 5, 6, 7 years. I have a couple extra filters, and I have one in my bug out bag, and then I have one more for my son's bug out bag. This bug out bag is my bag, but I've packed some extra in it in case family members are with me, do not have their bag for any reason. I've gone with also water purification tablets. That way if we do have to split up, someone can have the pump and someone can have at least a bottle of water purification tablets. Going down the line, I have just the basic GI canteen with a canteen cup and a little pan. This will definitely take care of my needs if I have to cook on a fire. Next is my food. I've gone with some just regular nuts because they're high in protein, and I like them, and the whole family likes nuts, and we have no allergic reaction. So anyone in the family can eat those. Next I've gone with a couple products. I've gone with the Wise company. They make a good product. Make sure you sample the product. There's some Wise products, meals I do not like at all because of the taste. It's my personal preference, and then some I do enjoy. So make sure you know what you're putting in your pack. Sample. I've also gone behind there some Mountain House, which is another good product. Next I've gone with some MREs. I've stripped them and just taken the main entrees out and a few other accessories. I think I'm going to increase my food a little bit here. I don't think I have enough if I have someone else with me. Next is a first aid kit. This bag was bought for $1 at the dollar store about 2-3 years ago, and it nicely puts all my medical gear readily available. It has a little place where you can hook it on a tree at the end, so you can readily see what you have and get at it quickly. This is enough to do just some common injuries. It's not extensive, but it will definitely be better than nothing if you have to use it. Next is I have some fire starting, regular lighters, a flint and steel, and then some waterproof matches. You can never have enough ways to start a fire. Next I have a New Testament Bible, a map of my state, and a pencil. The reason I've gone with a pencil is a pen is good, but it can go dry and then you're in trouble. At least I can take my knife and sharpen that pencil. I can also break the pencil in half if I have to leave a pencil with someone else with the other bag. So I think a pencil is the best deal for you. Next I have just two emergency ponchos. The reason I've gone with the yellow and the red is because that can signal. So if I do have a medical problem or I'm trying to get found, these definitely can be a way to signal for help. And then I have a standard emergency blanket. I've gone here with not a sleeping bag because I want to be able to split my kit. I've gone with a poncho, a U.S. government issued poncho available at any surplus store, very warm. I've also gone with a field liner for a sleeping bag. This is this product right here. It's just like a regular sleeping bag, but it's not insulated. That way, if I'm by myself or if everyone else has their kit, I can take the poncho liner, combine it with that bag, and stay warm. If I do have to split up and leave someone, I can take one thing and they can have the other thing. I have a waterproof bag behind it, a small one that the poncho will fit in, and then I have a larger waterproof bag so I can put all that back in there. That way, if my ruck gets wet or if I have to cross a river or stream, at least if it's in the cold, I will be able to take all my clothes off and wrap up in that poncho liner so I won't freeze to death. Next, I have 2 ponchos. Ponchos can be used to make all kinds of shelters. If you've been in the military, you've lived underneath one of these many times. So I have 2. That way I can split my kit. Next is some 550 cord and some generic rope and some electrical tape to fix anything you need. Next, we're going to get in some tools. I love the Gerber saw. I used it in the military, carried it in my ruck. It was very helpful. I also have a small file that I can use to sharpen things. I have a lightweight hatchet, which is an excellent product. Very light, great for a bug out bag. And then I've gone with a Gerber multi-tool and a Gerber knife. That way I have 2 knives if I have to split my kit. Next, I've put in 2 candles and some chem lights. I like chem lights, especially in an emergency. If you need to leave them and signal someone, they work really good. The device next to it is so you can put a chem light in it and you can turn it on and off. That way, if you want to turn the light on, you can simply rotate it and you will have the chem light showing, and then rotate it again and it will shut it off. So it's good, plus it won't blind you if you're trying to read something at night. Not very expensive. I used them in the military and I like them, so that's why I've gone with them in my bug out bag. Next is something I probably don't need, but I have it in there. It's an Orion 12 gauge flare gun and about 20 flares. I've painted the Orion flare gun just a little green, just to camouflage it from the orange. Next is a signal mirror. Can be very helpful if you want to communicate with an aircraft looking for you overhead. Next is 2 mini mags, very good light with extra bulbs in the base and some extra batteries. Need light. Next, we have some fishing tackle. I have everything I need other than a pole to start fishing. So all I need to do is cut down a pole or a small tree and start fishing. Next is a compass. The compass is handy even if you don't know where you're going. At least you can walk a straight line. That way you don't walk in circles. Next, we're going to get into some personal hygiene and some bug repellent. I've gone with a big bottle of shampoo in the center because I can substitute that for soap if I need to wash my hands, and it's not in a bar form, so it's a little bit easier to carry. I've gone with 3 toothbrushes and some toothpaste. That way, if I have to share with anyone with me, I'll have some personal hygiene stuff for them. And then we get into toilet paper. You can never have enough toilet paper. Very important product. I've gone with 2 rolls so I can split my kit. Next is some socks. The green pair is a used pair of socks, but the white pair is brand new. The reason that is, my wife and daughter can wear that if I don't stretch it out. So by putting a new set in there, they're not stretched out and they won't be too bulky on their feet. And if I need to wear them, I can wear them and they'll get stretched out, or my son. So if you have someone in a smaller size, put a brand new pair of socks in it, and hopefully that'll be more comfortable than a stretched out pair that doesn't really fit them. Next is 2 t-shirts and a pair of gloves. Today I am taking all my winter stuff out and I've already removed it. That way I can pack for summer. I don't need the warm clothes as much. So it's a good time to repack your kit and put stuff in there for spring and summer, and take out the heavier clothes that you probably will not need for the next few months. A bug out bag is very important. I'm at my retreat and I have another retreat not far from here, but you never know. I might need to leave my property, and if I do, this bug out bag could be very helpful. It could definitely keep me alive for at least 3 or 4 days comfortably with the food. So think about a bug out bag. you need a bug out bag for everyone in your family. Even if you have a small child, 6, 7, 8 years old, they need to have their own small bug out bag. It could be as simple as a school bag, and just pack things that you know they're going to need. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a bug out bag. A lot of the stuff is already in your house. So think what you would need if you had to bug out. Now, I don't have a lot of stuff that if I had to bug out to the woods or the city. This is more of a generic thing. I have a few tools that would definitely be useful for the woods, as in the saw and the hatchet. But in the city, you might need that hatchet if you need to break a window, get into something. So make sure your bug out kit can be used in the city or in the country, because you never know where you're going to be. Thanks for watching.